This video is to help you out with correctly adding text to our image. So you have already to this point found a motivational quote that you're going to use. You've already done like I've done here, and I have a filtered desaturate a background, and then you have something that's been masked, which this picture has been masked. So it's just the two things in color. So you have that done. Now we're going to add the quote. Adding a quote is super easy. Just click under all these tools. You click on the T, and then you at the very on your picture, you can double click on your picture and then say add, and then you'll start typing, and your quote will be good to go. So I have already done that, and so I'm just going to check and show you. There's my quote. Well, that's not totally what we need to do. If you just see this and you add this to it, it's not going to get you. It's going to get you progressing. It's not going to get you the meeting that you need for this part of it. What you need to do is have at least one of these words be different. It could be different maybe with the different fonts that you're going to use, or maybe it'll be different with the color. But the thing about this, I'm going to go about like, all right, well, say I type the whole thing in. Well, can't I just select one word and make that different? You would think, but you can't. And so what you're going to have to do is create the different sections of the font. So I started off with, I know the words. Okay, so my quote is home is where the heart is. So I'm going to have home and I'm going to have heart stand out different. So how did I get this? For home, what I did is I clicked on this, had the word selected, and then when I went to the color at the top, I went to this eyedropper. This little eyedropper, when you click on it, then you can go anywhere on your picture and select, and then it'll copy and change the text to that color. So that's what I did. And so I'm going to X that off. So I have the home done, and then I did the exact same thing with heart. So the heart I ended up getting from this red word over here. The blue I ended up getting from the shirt down here. And then all the other words is where the heart is. I just clicked around my photo. You could just use straight black even, but I ended up going with my hair, and it's like a brownish color. Now, all the words are put in there. You can mess with the font size, just making them bigger or smaller. Then once you're happy with how big that is, then the last step is making it so you can actually see the words. So it's possible you'll be able to see your words just fine, but what I want you to do is go to your background, the grayscale, the desaturated one, and I want you to go to filter, and I want you to go to details, and I want you to go to Gaussian blur, fourth one down. Click on that, and then this just makes the picture a little bit blurry. So if you look at the wood plank background here, once I start moving this, it kind of makes it fuzzed out. So the more you go, then of course it's going to get really shaded out. Well, I'm just going to put it at maybe 65. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to adjustments, and I'm going to go to brightness contrast. So if you end up going contrast strong, it's going to pop out the whites and blacks. So everything white and black is just going to show. Whereas if you go contrast opposite, it's going to dull everything down. It's going to flatten it. So I could maybe flatten it a little bit. But brightness, if you make something brighter, all the whites and blacks are going to just get extremely bright. Whereas like that's not helping the ice cream cone there. Whereas if I end up making it darker, then it's going to end up doing that. Well, I'm going to try to mess around with this, and just I want to get the word is to pop out, and then I should be good to go. Dismiss. So once I've done that a little bit, then yep, I'm saying I like it. Click apply. Now you're done with this part of the project, and you're going to go file. You're going to go save it as a JPG, put it in as your name, type in your first and last name with what you want to call it, and click download, and you're done.